Now this is something I'm excited about. Neutral, easily. Tippy toes at 510. 32-inch inseam. A little high. That's a nice sound. Well, I mean, this is a big beast, and look at how slow-mo I'm moving this thing. I don't know, so far everyone I've talked to has complained about the throttle on this thing. We'll see here. What's interesting about it, it is drive-by-wire, which is cool, because that means we have not only cruise control, but we have a quick shifter and an auto blipper. Yes, sir. We get all the bells and whistles on this $10,000 motorcycle. I don't even really know what to compare this to other than maybe, ooh, yes, the Tracer 9 GT. That is probably one of my favorite motorcycles ever made. And I haven't bought one because, well, it's quite expensive, to be honest with you. And the look of that dashboard. I am very intrigued with these CFMOTO motorcycles. Like, this dashboard is fantastic. It is bright as hell. Now, there is a screen protector that, from it being brand new, that has been taken off, so it's a little dull, but yeah, the 450 SS that I rode that has the same kind of dashboard, yeah, that was not at all hard to see. These are TFTs, they are not LCDs, and that was the biggest difference that I noticed. Oh, we got plenty of power in this thing, but that was the biggest thing I noticed when it came to the 650 Adventura. That dashboard is LCD and it's hard to see. This one is TFT and it is very easy to see. Very cool. Let's try out that quick shifter. Oh, nice. Down blip. Yes. That is freaking awesome, guys. Having that quick shifter auto blipper. Let me show you the way this one is designed. Very strange. Never seen one like it before. It's actually not on the rod. It almost kind of just looks like magnets of some sort. As you push down, it would you know, send that signal, versus the way other ones do it. But very cool. I like it. Less moving parts in a quick shifter. Pretty neat. As we get going, we'll see if it's better than expected. But to get on to the next most important thing. Oh yeah, I mean, that was even in the first gear. Yes. Okay, so this quick shifter is not bad at all. Oh fudge. Oh yeah, we got plenty all up in here. Plenty. I think I'm having too much fun on this motorcycle. I can't even talk about it right now. Yeah, this is my next bike, I think, and I have not rode it very far. So let's get into the ergonomics of this thing. I am 5'10". I have a 32-inch inseam, and I am tippy-toeing on this motorcycle. So that kind of takes away, in my opinion, along with the 800 cc's, takes this thing away from a beginner motorcycle, in my opinion. Could you do it? Yeah, of course. These handlebars are absolutely perfect. Obviously, they can be rotated a little bit, which is rad. The seat, I love this little cup back here, and it sits up just enough to put a little bit on your tailbone. I am right inside this motorcycle, and it is feeling great. As for my feet, perfect position. My ass is to the back, and these foot pegs are probably about 5 to 6 inches forward of my butt, which is putting me at not quite a full 90 degree in my legs, but more than enough to be comfortable. So ergonomics, fantastic. This seat is amazing. And what else is really, really cool with this motorcycle, besides the fact that this thing is absolutely slaughtered with every single amenity you can imagine. It has a heated seat, heated grips, cruise control, quick shifter auto blipper. The foot pegs have these little rubber chingaderas on them that is keeping it nice and comfortable here. I do like a little bit more grip than that, but I am not on a racetrack with this motorcycle, although I do feel I could probably push this thing pretty dang good. I don't know, like, would you spend the 15-16 grand on a Tracer 9, or do you buy this for 10? Guys, this motorcycle is freaking $10,000. This is their top of the line motorcycle, and it is very well priced, and it is not priced to what it can do. We've got a decent amount of fuel, not as much as I was hoping. I'll put the specs for the fuel range. I was definitely wanting a little bit more than that. I am definitely a commuter that rides at least 45 one way, and I don't want to fill up. Oh my, what? There is plenty in here. Yeah, this is not a beginner bike, ladies and gentlemen. This is she's stout, and she doesn't feel tacky at all, which is kind of what I was worried about. Oh man, she feels nice. Oh yeah, and she tips great. What the hell? How is this thing $10,000? Why doesn't everyone have one of these? I mean, we got everything we need. Amazing wind protection, great hand protection, all the heated amenities, all the cruise controls, all the back options you could ask for. Quick shifter auto blipper, holy crap. I'm sold. I am sold. This motorcycle is fantastic. I'm enjoying the wind protection that I'm getting out of it. Now, to get to some negatives so far, because I know I'm bouncing all over the place, and I'm very sorry for that. The negatives so far are going towards these cheap-ass mirrors and the fact that this engine is actually a KTM engine. Now, for some of you, that's going to be really good. For some of you, that's going to be really bad. I don't know a lot about KTMs. I do have an RC390, and, you know, what worries me is maintenance and repairs for those motorcycles. Now, I'm somebody who likes to do all my own maintenance. So far, it looks like I have no problem doing the maintenance on my RC390 when it comes to the oil changes, because we can reset those. That's cool. And I do have the 2022, so basically the 22 and 23 are like the same motorcycle. You can reset those, which is freaking rad. It's just a little different than you would think. $890 Duke, is that what this is? That's probably what this engine is, an 890 or something. I gotta put that up here. I'm gonna do that research. I'm gonna let you guys know what engine this is. But we do have two of the settings here. It looks like we can easily go in and adjust a few things as we go. I would really like to see navigation. I think that would be the coolest thing. Having freaking turn-by-turn navigation, are you kidding me? Hell yes. It is pretty cool that we can do all this. Let's turn on that grip heater. Why not? Oh, look at the ass heater. I don't want my ass on fire, but I'll turn the grip heater on. That's cool. Yes. Come on, this is luxury. Yep. Oh, cool. We are going to get to actually lean this guy over. Fan-freaking-tastic. Yeah. Oh, I can feel that front. Yeah. I like it. But this thing is a adventure motorcycle, right? By looking at it, it does have 19-inch front tire and a 17-inch rear, so like it's trying, I guess. It does have some 90-10 tires on it, so potentially we could take it off-road okay, I guess. I don't know if the suspension would handle that. Off-road, not much anyway. I think maybe like some gravel roads, but for the other aspect of this motorcycle being, which is what I would use it for, a 90-10, to get my ass to work and back and be able to carry all my stuff. And oh my god, the luxury of the warmth going into my hand right now. In my opinion, that's the negative. Like, it's marketed like it's some kind of off-road bike, and I don't really think it's an off-road motorcycle, guys. I think this is like the most amazing commuter you're going to buy for this price point, and I think this thing attacks a little bit more towards a Tracer 9 than it does maybe say the GS motorcycle lineup. Oh, stop and go traffic, here we go. I guess we're gonna try that out too. But honestly, like, we know we have a solid engine. The plastics, the paint, none of this looks tacky. I will say that, you know, some of that 650 Adventura to me looked a little bit tacky, and I don't feel that on this motorcycle. I feel that this is very well designed, very well made, and the amenities we're getting is, you're talking $15,000 to $20,000 motorcycles that give you that, and this is a $10,000 motorcycle. That's MSRP for this thing, guys. $10,000. So seating, now that we've been on the bike, a little bit of traffic, a little bit of riding, my ass feels great on it. I couldn't imagine, you know, needing to replace the seat, especially with it already having the heated seat in it. Oh man. Oh. But I cannot say enough enjoyment about this motorcycle. This is fun. It is smooth. There's one thing we haven't talked about. Is it vibey? No. Okay, never mind. I take that back. It's got some vibrations to it. It's not terrible. In fact, I'd say it's not bad at all. This would not keep me from riding this bike every day. Like my KLR 650, I ride that every day, guys. 80, 85 down the freeway, and that thing is screaming, it's humming, it's a damn Harley bouncing down the road. This is way better than that. So the dashboard there, that's the standard one for sport mode. We do have a nice fuel gauge there, pretty easy to see, and our gear select indicator, which is pretty cool, and then whether or not we're in sport or rain mode. Rain mode, what it does is it's going to take away 30% of this throttle. So everyone I've talked to so far has said this throttle is not great. I don't know if you can notice how slow I'm riding this bike, not putting my foot on the ground and still being able to control the throttle. I think the throttle is not bad at all, even in sport mode. I will say trying to turn off my heated grips is kind of frustrating. I don't apparently remember how to get into the settings, and my hands are on fire. Cobalt baby. Cobalt baby. No. The bike is actually quite hot, so that's something worthy to note. If you're stuck in traffic on this thing, I mean, granted, my heated grips are still on, which is pretty shitty. I don't know how to turn them off. God damn it. Yes! Oh, thank God. No. Go down, heated grips, off. No! Son of a bitch! Wrong button. Oh, thank God. So that was kind of interesting. If you notice that the first time, when I first started with the motorcycle, I was able to get in and out of the menus before I started riding it. And then I was also, while riding, able to get into the menus and turn on my heated grips. But what I was not able to do without turning off the motorcycle was turning my heated grips off. And that honestly sucked. So I don't know if that's like just me that couldn't figure it out, or if it actually didn't work, but the same method I was trying to do it before I turned off the bike is how I turned them on just fine. And when I turned off the bike and turned it back on, it was the same method I used to turn them off. So that's kind of strange. Little weird goofy flaws like that. Well, at least a weird little goofy flaw. It's nice to have USB. Oh, it's a double USB port. That's pretty cool. So we could charge a phone, we could run a GPS, although the motorcycle has GPS, which is freaking rad. The clutch is, it does have a slipper clutch, which is cool, and it is assist, but it isn't like the less expensive bikes where there's absolutely no feeling in the clutch. There's actually feeling in this clutch. The negative side to having that more feel in a clutch while you're riding, especially in traffic, is, you know, your fingers getting a little sore. Like, I'm a two-fingered clutch guy. My fingers are sore from holding the clutch in this stop-and-go traffic. So that's something worth noting too. In most instances, it's better to have more feel out of a clutch, but it is also very nice to not even notice sitting in traffic like this. And honestly, so far, out of the few negatives, which are debatable negatives, you know, the clutch is a debatable negative to you, to whoever, you know, is a debatable negative. The mirrors, I don't think, are a debatable negative. Those are pretty crappy. Do they work? Yeah, they work. They're not too vibey. They're functional. They're just pretty cheap. And of course, the other thing that sucked was getting in and out of the settings while on the bike. It's definitely on that whole like dangerous zone. Maybe you don't do that on this motorcycle. You wait and you stop the bike to change settings, which kind of sucks. So now we get to get a little bit of fun in this guy. Yeah, look at the lean over feeling. It's great. I like it. The power is good, the leaning is good, the quick shifter is good. Like, this thing is just fun. Look at that power, and I'm in the wrong gear for that. Like, that would have been a second gear and fucking get it. I bet the front tire would want to go. Oh man, that is so fun. Let me tell you what, this motorcycle is freaking rad. It has tons of grunt. I'm having way too much freaking fun with this thing. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. This thing is freaking rad. I'm almost positive this is going to be in my stable here soon. There's no way I can't. I need a good commuter that is going to be fun to commute on. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye!